everybody. This is Laptop with Dr. Lita Williams Poirier and my co-host was Cheryl Taylor. I'm just excited as always. Number one, I'm still here. The blood is yet running warm in my veins. I have activities of my limbs. And I'm just excited that God has allowed me to do this one more time. So tonight we have a special guest, Miss Charlotte Ives. Cheryl will tell you more about it. But before we get into it, I just like to say this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice.
George, yeah.
Hallelujah. What better way to let the Lord know we appreciate what He does for us, how He keeps us every day. And I want to say to you, some of you might be hurting, depressed, or going through something. Just remember, it's just a test. It's just a test. You won't remain in that situation long. God's gonna turn things around for you, and you're gonna be so happy that you endure it to the end. But at this time, my co-host, Sheila Cheryl Taylor, you have a song for us tonight before we get started?
No, ma'am. I want to hear Miss Charlotte Ives. Hear everything she has to share with us
That
on
is fine.
tonight.
That is fine. So I'm gonna turn it over to you so that you all can get ready into what we're going to discuss tonight.
Yes. Well, Miss Charlotte, thank you so much again for agreeing to come and share with us on tonight about healthy eating. And you specifically said plant-based eating, correct?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am. So you share with us the good news you have to share with us, and we'll ask a couple questions at the end. And some of our viewers in the chat, they may have some questions as well. So,
Okay,
Miss
well,
Charlotte,
thank you so much. And I appreciate you ladies inviting me, and especially Pastor Polite. And I have a surprise for you. I have my doctor on the phone, Dr. Carla, and she's going to share with you about the plant based diet. So go ahead, Dr. Carla.
Wow. Nothing like friends, right?
Right.
Well, I guess I was kind of thrown into this, and I think I'm going to start, Charlotte, just like I did you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You know, God said that, behold, I've given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree. In which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed to you, it shall be food. And that's in Genesis 1:29. Isn't it interesting that he started out talking about food? He made us so fearfully and wonderfully made. We're put together with a cross. It's called a laminin. And every medical doctor knows that. You have to study it. And it's a certain molecule in our body, and it's shaped like a cross. It's a protein molecule. If we didn't have that laminin, we would fall apart. But you know what? That's not the only place that God put in us his name. It's in our DNA. If you look at your hand, there's a way that you can look at it. It spells out Yeshua, using the fingers and the palm of the hand and the thumb. So as amazing as a God that we have in scriptures, whether it is seasoning, spices, herbs, fruits, nuts, vegetables, legumes, grains, fish, fowl, animal meats, dairy, eggs, honey, even locusts, it's mentioned. There's a Bible verse for everything pertaining to food in the Bible. Along comes greed, and I may get on a bunny trail or a soapbox, and the soapbox is dangerous. I'll try not to do that, because we have been poisoned, we have been harmed, we have been lied to, and as you know, Satan said that the Lord said that Satan came to kill, steal, and destroy, and that's what he's done. For years now, decades, they have poisoned us. So what have they done? Made money. Okay, money isn't bad. Money is a good thing, except the love of money. And it's the greed. It's the, we call it the underworld or the occult that has used, abused, lied to us. And this is one of my soapboxes, so I'm going to vary for that a little bit. But here we have every kind of diet. Well, let's count calories. Oh no, that isn't going to work. Oh, well, let's try vegan. Well, that really isn't going to work. Well, how about vegetarianism? Well, that really isn't going to work. How about the carnivore diet that's really popular right now? They're not working. Why? Why? It's a good question, isn't it? You know, I'm going to mention Dr. Atkins. The Atkins diet was all protein, carnivore now. And I had a patient that decided he was going to do all of that. He had had an angiogram, no problem with his heart. They suspected leukemia and wondered if the heart was involved. 2 years went by. He was on that carnivore diet. He ended up with a quadruple heart bypass and full-blown leukemia. Well, Dr. Atkins was faithful to his all-meat diet. He died a roly-poly, short little man, could hardly walk, over 400 pounds. Well, we kind of look at Oprah. She tried that because it didn't work. So as I kind of share with you, realizing that, yes, we have definitely been poisoned. There's a little friend that we have in our body that I think I'm particularly favorable to because it is so grossly overlooked by doctors. However, if we look at Harvard University, one of their studies was that, and by the way, this study was for 28 years, and they used 4 million people. That's a lot of people over those years. Men, women, children. And what they found out, I think there was 4,800 people. You know what? I'm wrong. It was 4,800,000 people that they put on what they called an endothelial cell diet. I got to tell you what that is. The endothelia is overlooked. The endothelia is the inside of all of our blood vessels, the lymph vessels and the heart. It makes the blood flow like Teflon. But it does something else. It is an amazing thing for carrying nitric oxide, feeding the mitochondria. The mitochondria feeds the ATP. That's your energy. They call it a Krebs cycle. So it isn't going to take me too long to tell you what they found at Harvard University in those 28 years. They didn't have a person. Now we're talking, what did I say, 4,800,000 people? I hope that's what I said.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
they had no cardiovascular disease, no diabetes, no allergy, lupus, dementia, strokes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, Crohn's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis, kidney disease, inflammation, breast cancer, prostate cancer. You know, I could go on, but you get the picture. Okay, what kept them healthy? What was this diet? Well, it consisted of no oil, sugar, salt, meat, or dairy. Well, that sounds pretty severe, doesn't it? I just mentioned these: oil, sugar, salt, meat, and dairy. Why would that destroy the endothelia? What would happen? Why? Okay, I'm going to recommend a plant-based diet to you if you want to heal. And I will mention here, it takes some learning. It takes some education. And if you do it with someone else, it will literally be a lot of fun. Okay, let's talk about calories. I've been asked, well, do you count calories? No, you can eat all you want. Wow. Do you ever hear that? You can eat all you want. But there's a secret to it. Let's look at the oil for a minute. When I said no oil, no salt, and no sugar, what is our life like? And what has it been like, especially for the last 50 or 60 years? Oil, sugar. I mean, somebody said that the cardboard in Kellogg's breakfast cereal was more valuable than the cereal itself. What's going on? Why have they poisoned us? It's been to control, to brainwash, to kill, destroy us. So if we get back to what God created, and we can't walk into a grocery store and really feel safe, all the beautiful vegetables that are lined up in there, and they put this wonderful little mist across them. Did you know that that mist has DDT and chemicals in it? So, gee whiz, where am I going to get my vegetables? They do this to all grocery stores, particularly the ones with pharmaceuticals in them. You shouldn't go to them. What happened? Greed. They came along and poisoned us. So they say, okay, don't eat anything that's white. Don't eat anything in a box or that's packaged. But now we're finding out we shouldn't even eat the vegetables in a grocery store. Wow. So what do? It's a challenge and takes a lot of prayer. I'm going to bunny trail here for a minute. My precious husband, diabetic for years, ate wrong, liked his donuts. I came along and said, no, we're not going to do that when I married him. They gave him 3 years to live. That isn't very long. So, I'm marrying a sick guy. Well, that isn't very happy camper for me because, I told him, I said, I'm a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I will not nurse you. I will not take care of you. But what I did was I put him on a plant-based diet. 17 years later, he was still alive. He was doing good, but they murdered him. That's the bunny trail. I'm not going to go there right now. So the oil that they have done, they started in with canola oil. Canola oil is rapeseed oil. It's a poison. Oh, well, just a minute. Let's go to McDonald's hamburger. I'm going to gross you out. They've been putting human bodies in the meat in McDonald's for years. And rancid oil, bad oil in their French fries. It's addictive. That's what they want. They want to poison you. They want to make you sick. And they want to make you fat. So the fat that you eat is the fat that you wear. God didn't mean it that way. How come certain countries have had oil and they drink it and it's wonderful and they don't get fat? Mostly we've gotten fat from the poisons and the poisonous oil. Oh, but I get the most expensive virgin oil olive oil and it's got to be good. No. It isn't good until you know where it comes from, because they put canola oil in it. So they use cottonseed oil and all of these other oils that are dangerous to our health and are poison. Okay, so number one, for a plant-based diet, no oil. Can you have a pure olive oil? We have, here in Phoenix, we have a olive grove that we can get wonderful olive oil. And oh man, does it taste good. It's entirely different than something you get off the shelf in the grocery store. Okay, so oil is number one, no oil. Okay, let's talk about sugar. Look at all the synthetic sugars, and everything is sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar. It's in everything. You can't get away from it. So we have to say, okay, no sugar. But what about salt? What have they done to our salt? They took the iodine out. I'm not against salt if it's not in the cooking. If you need it, put it on your food afterwards. So that's the rule of thumb that we're going to go by. No oil. Well, I say SOS. No salt, no oil, and no sugar. Okay, that starts out the plant-based diet. You guys, you're going to have to watch me on the time because I do get going here. I once saw a sign that said, please, God, if you can't make me sin, then make all my friends fat. It was a cute sign, but there is a problem. Obesity, cancer, artery damage, gallbladder problems, bleeding, oily skin, oily hair, all from that oil, and then the edema that starts with the salt. We just learned, and this is something new that I'll share with you, that Himalayan salt probably is not salt. So I'm going to kind of leave it there, but I put out all my Himalayan salt, and that's another bunny trail, guys. So I would suggest that as a group and people that love the Lord, let's get back to what He created. If there is a farm in your area, get the food from that. You can wash it in 20 Mule Team Borax. We'll take any of the debris off of it and clean it. That's one way. But some of the recipes, Charlotte, you have enjoyed Dr. Esselstyn. Dr. Esselstyn was a doctor that I believe he put the very first heart transplant in a baby. And he's amazing. But he has a little wife that is hilarious. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think her name's Ann, and his daughter's Jane or June?
Jane.
Jane, anyway.
Jane and Ann. Mm-hmm.
Is it? Okay, they're a hoot. And they teach recipes. And the food that they do is wonderful. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can stand them and their antics and everything, they're amazing. They really are amazing. There's one place you can get the books, but I find that people will not follow books and recipes unless they really, really, really like to cook. I'm not a cook. I don't like that. But their recipes are so yummy. And like I said, you can eat all you want and lose weight. But not only that, what are you doing? You are feeding the endothelia. The endothelia produces nitric oxide that feeds the mitochondria, that feeds the ATP Krebs cycles that gives you energy. So what we're doing is rebuilding the cell. We're giving back the frequency. We're giving back the energy. that God put in the food that he talks about in the Bible. Wow. He had it all planned for us. Did he know that Satan was going to use the demons to poison us, the greed, the people? Of course he did. But he promised to have us a way out. And so the way out is pure food, 100% pure. But their cooking teaches you how to do it. Now, I am more to Dr. McDougall. Dr. McDougall is, if you can get his lectures, is amazing. And he has a little book that is free on his website. And I'm looking here. It's www.drmcdougall.com, and that's McDougal, and it's called Food Poisoning. And he did it so a child could understand it. Green means you can have it. Orange means be careful, and red means stay away from it. But the recipes that they have and their books are excellent. There is a chef, they call her Chef AJ, and she is one of Dr. McDougall's patients that is doing podcasts and things like that, that is really worthwhile looking into and listening to. So I don't know time-wise what I'm doing. I'm feeling like we might be getting kind of wanting some questions here.
Close.
But the thing that you want to do and your goal is reduce the inflammation in your body. Change how your genes work. That's the whole thing right there. And get the right type of protein. Oh my goodness. If I go on an all-plant diet and I'm not eating meat while I'm getting well, what am I going to do about my protein? Well, I'll tell you, zucchini has more protein than a steak. But it's the right kind of protein. You're not lacking protein. So, Charlotte, what was it like when I first told you to look into, particularly Dr. Esselstyn and Dr. McDougall, because they do more training and lecturing? What was it like when you started out? How did you feel? What did you think?
Well,
You didn't do a lot of explaining.
the first video that you had us to watch, the first YouTube, was of Dr. Esselstyn. And he is, of course, a cardiologist. And when he started speaking about a 45-year-old man that had had a heart attack and an aneurysm, and they had told him he didn't have much long to live because of his diet. And so the young man found Dr. Esselstyn and started eating properly. And his health, he got it back. And with my husband being a diabetic, we watched this, and we looked at each other, and we said, if we're going to do this, we've got to do it together. So we started ordering the books. Jane Esselstyn, they have cooking shows on YouTube. And then we ordered 2 cookbooks from them, from Amazon, their cookbooks. We cleaned our freezer out of everything we had. We gave it away. And we gave up meat. And Mike kind of laughed and told Dr. Carla, I do like to fish. I do want to eat some of my fish. But we gave up meat. We gave up dairy. We gave up everything she just shared with you. Sugar. We cut it out. And we ate vegetables. And you will find that the recipes, and with great seasoning, you can make food taste delicious. And like she told us, if you crave something, really want it, go get it. But once you stay away from this food, like sugar, ice cream, cakes, all this, it doesn't taste good to you anymore. And once you start dropping that weight, my husband dropped 50 pounds. And once he started dropping that weight and saw that it worked, then we've been on this diet since November of 2020. And we're not
Oh.
going back. We're not changing.
Have you been
But y'all,
sick?
I'm
No.
sure you all feel better, Miss Charlotte.
Yes, my
Y'all
husband
feel better?
totally off all diabetic medication, insulin, metformin, all of it.
Wow.
That sister named John. Who was it? John what? Yeah. You said you could find him on YouTube.
YouTube.
What's his name?
Which one,
Paul
McDougal?
Cornell Esselstyn. I will text you all of this. I will send it to you.
Okay.
To Cheryl. I will send all the information to her.
Yes,
I'll text
ma'am.
you all.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. So what kind of snack foods do you all eat, Charlotte?
Well,
Like
we
popcorn, anything like that, or?
yes, you can find popcorn. That's not you can still take and do popcorn, not the bag popcorn, but just take a jar of popcorn, put some seasoning on it.
Just okay.
Uh-huh. We eat fruits, apples, bananas, oranges,
Uh-huh.
peaches, and we live in Florida. So there is a market in Plant City that's near us that sells everything in bulk. So we go there and buy 50 pounds of onions and tomatoes and zucchini.
Wow.
We buy whatever, watermelon when it's in, strawberries, and corn. We freeze it, we cook it, we bag it, we freeze it. Now, this is not a diet, though, that you're just going to be like, okay, it's going to be fast food. No, it takes work. It takes work. But we eat a lot of salads, cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce. And once you get started at it and you see the results, you won't go back.
Awesome. So in the run of a week, I'll say if you meal prep,
Uh-huh.
how many do you all eat salads every day or every other day, or it just depends what
It
you all
just
decide?
depends on what we want. It just
What decide?
depends. Uh-huh. It
Okay.
just depends.
What do you all drink?
I
Water.
drink water.
Water.
Uh-huh. A lot of water.
A lot of water. Okay. Awesome. Pastor, you have any questions? So much information here. Pastor, can't hear you.
Praise the Lord. Don't know why. What's going on? So go on to the Cheryl, because I don't know why you can't hear me.
I hear you now. I hear you now.
Okay. I was saying I'm a diabetic and I have PAD, so I'm very interested in trying this. Pastor Polite asked the question, what about smoothies?
What did she say?
Smoothies.
I didn't hear about something about smoothies.
Yes, smoothies. Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, like my husband, he makes a smoothie. He takes apples. He puts a little bit of water in it. He puts cinnamon in it, and he puts ginger root in it and mix it in the blender. And that's great for your blood pressure. Apples, ginger root, cinnamon, and some water. You will find out once you start this and you're interested in it, you will read and find what you can mix up and make delicious. It'll blow your mind, which is seasonings. We use Everglades, garlic powder, Dash. I can't function without those recipes. I cook a lot of lentil beans. I put on water to boil and I season it and I put the beans in there. And that's protein.
Wow. Okay. And y'all have been doing this
for 4 years. It'll be 5 years in November.
Wow. No going back, huh?
2020, November of 2020.
No going back, huh, Miss Charlotte?
No going back.
Okay.
By the
all
grace
right.
of God, Dr. Carla was put into our lives and she saved our lives. With
Mm.
God's help, God put her there and used her.
Yes, ma'am. Amen. Wow. This has been an awesome.
I told them that I'm not against meat. It's the way they feed them. They are even putting Skittles and Hershey's into the cattle food, let alone all the preservatives. And that's causing them even to have to use glue to put a steak together. What's going on out there is just horrible. And yet we eat it because we're hungry. So we're malnutritioned. And it's extremely easy, but yes, like Charlotte said, it does take some preparation, some time. And if you do it as a group and share recipes, share the books, you'll be able to do it. And if you can get meat that has been from a cow that is eating grass and not the polluted grain and everything, or chickens that have pasture grazed, if somebody's having trouble with their brain, there isn't anything better than one raw egg a day. But it's an egg that from a chicken that is fed naturally. So people have been blinded on purpose to the poisons that they've done to us. And if somebody just has to have their meat, like sometimes people, especially men, think that they have to have that, okay, no more than 12 ounces a week. And that's including fish or it's hard to find, I'm stuttering here, it's hard to find a beef that is any good. One thing you do not want to do is buy ground round in a grocery store. It isn't what you think it is. Do meat and have it ground, but the stuff that they put in all, and I mean all, unless Trump can really, Kennedy Jr. can really stop this to our meat. If I told you what was in that ground round, it would make you sick. It's poisonous, and it isn't meat. Some of it is human remains also. Sorry, guys, but that's the fact.
I see Pastor Polite says, what about caged eggs? Is that okay to eat? Dr. Carla, the caged eggs. Pasture. Those little guys have to be out there roaming, eating bugs, eating the things that they need to make those eggs and to have the good calcium. And what they do is they wash the eggs also, even pasture eggs, when you get it in the store, to get the droppings from the chicken off of it. And they'll use poison that go into the egg. I mean, poor little egg doesn't have a choice. So you want them free ranged and not actually sanitary. Again, 20-mule-team borax is amazing, and we need the boron. So I would say I would prefer pasture, not caged. Okay, pastured eggs and not caged. I know we eat a lot of collard greens. Anything green is great. Tomatoes, onions. I can't cook without onions. Onions, everything.
Okay.
And I make a chili and use no meat, all veggies.
Okay. Sounds good.
The cookbooks that I'll share with Cheryl, you can order them off of Amazon. Oh, yes.
Okay.
The food's delicious. It's just you making your mind up to do it.
To do it. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. But this has been awesome on tonight. And thank you, Dr. Carla. Thank you, Miss Charlotte, for just coming, just sharing, and just enlightening us even more. I mean,
You're
we're
very
just
welcome.
sitting, I know I am just sitting and wow. Yeah. So much good information that you all have shared with us on tonight. And thank you all so much. Pastor, any final remarks or questions before we end? Okay, can't hear you.
And here,
There you go.
yeah, I'm excited, and I tell you, I'm gonna do a little studying because I need help. I need help, and I just got to get my mind made up. No more peppermint, no more sugar. I just got to do it because my life is at stake. Thank you so much, Ms. Charlotte, and the guest doctor. Thank you so much, and we would love to have you on again to continue to feed us until we really get it.
Okay.
And so I say to my audience, please like and share. This is information that will save your life. And if you're interested, we just have to become disciplined and enjoy what God has put here for us to enjoy. I love you with the love of the Lord, and I see in you the love of the Lord. Yes, we love you. Come, stay tuned, come back again next Tuesday at 7 p.m. for another exciting informational night. Thank all of my guests. Thank all of you that put in the chat box. Pastor Light, she's really doing that plant-based diet, and she's looking good and feeling good. Thank you so much, Pastor Light. And to everybody else, good night. And thank you again, Ms. Charlotte. And
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.